right, so we'll get started lying on our backs today. Lots of options with what we can do with our legs. Maybe just extending them out long. If we would like a low back release, we can bring the soles of the feet out wide as the sides of the mat, and let the knees fall in together. So planting the feet, bend the knees, plant the feet, let the knees fall in. And another option is to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out wide, getting a gentle hip stretch. And just starting to settle in. Maybe it's already been a hectic day. Maybe there's already been a lot of running around, a lot of errands. There's still a lot of unknown going on in our current world. Maybe just taking the next 45 minutes or so and letting all of that go. Letting go of fear of the unknown. Letting go of our anxieties. And doing our best to stay present. And beginning to notice our natural rate of breath. As we inhale, the air is a little bit cooler. And feeling the warmth on our upper lip as we exhale, as the air is warmed by our lungs. Drawing your focus and attention inward. Letting go of our ego. And beginning to deepen and lengthen our inhales and exhales. Using our full lung capacity. We'll begin with 3 cleansing breaths. Big inhale through the nose. Gently holding at the top. Open the mouth. Press the air out. Beautiful. And again, inhaling deeply, feeling the ribs expand out to the sides. Open the mouth, sigh air out. And once more, big inhale. Maybe the biggest one we've taken yet today. Maybe sipping in a little bit more air at the top. And let it go. Gently sealing the lips. Inhales and exhales moving through the nose with about the same amount of force as our cleansing breath. Just as if we were trying to fog up a mirror. And starting to draw our knees in towards our chest, wrapping arms around the shins. And maybe gently rocking from side to side, massaging the low back. Rolling over onto our favorite side, fetal position, using the forearm as a pillow if we like. And I invite you to take a moment to set an intention for our practice this morning. Whether that's letting go of fear of the unknown, or anything that resonates with you today. Using the strength of the hands, starting to press ourselves up to seated. On the inhale, reach the arms up and stretch. Bending the elbows, bringing our arms to goalposts or cactus. On the next inhale, draw the elbows back slightly. Exhale, elbows together, rounding the back. Inhale, open up, pull the elbows back. And exhale to tuck and round. And a few rounds on our own. Our seated cat and cow, just linking breath with movement. Meeting back in seated, arms back to cactus. Reaching the right arm up wide, left fingertips next to our hip. And then taking a really nice side stretch. Maybe pulling the shoulder back, opening up. Inhale to reach up, extending long, lowering the right fingertips and side bend over to the right. Maybe pulling the shoulder back. Inhale back up to the top. Lowering the arms down, placing the right hand on top of the left knee, left fingertips next to our hip, and just gently taking a twist, maybe gazing over the left shoulder. We can use our right palm to press into our knee if we need a deeper stretch. Lengthening through the spine. Keeping the right hand on the knee, swinging the left arm out in front, over, reaching for the opposite knee, and then rounding in, maybe pulling the knees together with the hands, feeling that really great stretch in between the shoulder blades. Unwind, inhale, extend and lengthen, and switching sides. Reaching the left hand over towards the right knee, twisting over towards the right. Keeping the left hand on the right knee. Right arm comes in front, crosses over, reaching for the opposite knee. Tucking in the chin, rounding the back, maybe using the hands to pull the knees closer together, feeling that stretch between the shoulder blades. Inhale to sit up, unwind, stretch it out. Lowering the hands down to the mat, moving into our tabletop pose. If you'd like to spread out a blanket or towel, just so we have a little bit of extra padding for our knees. Always an option. From our tabletop pose, extending the right leg out behind us, square the hips towards the mat. Maybe lifting up the right heel higher than the hip, engaging the glutes. On the next exhale, bend the elbows, lower down, yoga push-up. Inhale, press up to the top. And on the exhale, knee to nose, crunch it underneath. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhale, pressing up. And crunch the knee in. That's 2. We've got 3 more on this side. After we're done with our 5, we'll meet back in our neutral tabletop pose. No rush. Moving at the pace of our own breath. And from our tabletop pose, just to give our wrists a little bit of a break. On the exhale, lower the hips down to the right heel. Inhale, up the left side, moving past the wrists, giving them a gentle stretch. Exhale, down to the left heel. Inhale, up the right side. So just making some gentle half circles. Taking as many as we like. We'll meet back in tabletop pose when we're ready. And switching sides, extending the left leg out behind us, toes pointing straight down, square the hips. Maybe lifting up the left heel higher than the hips, engaging the glutes. Exhale, bend the elbows, yoga push-up. Inhale, press up. Knee to nose, crunch it underneath. Inhale, extend. Lower down. Inhale, press up. And crunch it in. That's 2. We've got 3 more on this side. Gaze is just off the top of the mat so that we're not stretching or contorting our neck. After our 5th round, we'll meet in child's pose or any restorative posture that serves you. Just taking a moment in our restorative pose. Maybe touching back on any intention you set at the beginning of practice. Maybe taking a moment to reconnect with the breath or let go of any distractions. Child's pose is always available to us if the breath ever gets away from us during our practice. And no rush. When we're ready to continue, we'll meet back in our tabletop pose. Maybe doing a few rounds of cat and cow, maybe some C curves, maybe some circles with the hips or half circles. Just reconnecting with the breath, loosening up the spine. Taking the next 4 full rounds of breath, doing whatever feels right to us today. Meet back in tabletop pose. From here, walking the hands, one hand print forward. Tuck the toes under, lifting hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keeping the feet about hip distance apart or wider. Maybe walking out the dog, bending each knee. Trying to keep equal weight in hands and feet. Maybe spreading the fingers out wide. Rising up onto the tiptoes and walking the feet up towards the wrist, meeting a forward fold at the top of the mat. Placing a light bend into the left knee. Left fingertips come down below our face. Inhale, right arm raises, twisting open, maybe gazing up at the right fingertips. Lowering the right fingertips, bending the right knee. Inhale, left arm opens up. Lowering the left fingertips. Inhale to halfway lift, long spine, peek forward. And fold forward, hinging from the hips. Knees are soft. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And fold in. Options in our forward fold, maybe taking a bind with opposite elbows for ragdoll pose. Maybe walking the hands underneath the feet, palms face up if we need a wrist release. Releasing the mind if we have one. Starting to root to rise. Inhale to stand tall. Circling the arms up. Gazing up at the fingertips. Exhale, palms through heart center. Samastitihi. Inhale to circle the arms up and gaze up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Then clasping the wrist, reaching one arm down the side. Maybe pulling the left shoulder back. Inhale, up through center. Side bend over to the left. Inhale, reach up and fold forward. Halfway lift, peek forward. Planting the hands, step back, high plank. Knowing from our high plank we can always lower our knees if we need to. Otherwise, moving through our Chaturanga Dandasana, moving forward on the toes, past the wrists, and lowering halfway, elbows in tight. Inhale, pulling the chest through the arms, upward facing dog. Gaze over the right shoulder. Coming back through center. Gaze over the left shoulder. Back through center. Tuck the toes, hips up and back to our downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Broadening through the shoulders. We'll start to flow through our Sun A, warm up, one breath, one movement. On the inhale, rise to the tiptoes, walking the feet up towards the wrist. Light bend into the left knee, inhaling, right arm reaches up. Right fingertips down on the exhale. Inhale, left arm raises. Lowering the left fingertips, halfway lift, and fold forward. Inhale to stand tall, circling the arms up, gazing palms through heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale to circle up and gaze up. Side bend over to the right. Inhale, center. Side bend to the left. Inhale and center. And fold forward. Halfway lift. Planting the hands. Step back. Moving through our Chaturanga Dandasana or pressing back to downward facing dog, whatever is right for us today. Three rounds of breath in our downward facing dog. We have 2 more rounds of our sun A. Feel free to add in or take out anything that you like. There's no yoga police. You can freestyle it. I promise everything will be okay. One final round of our sun A. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Remembering this is yoga, not CrossFit. So we're not racing, not competing. Back in our downward facing dog, taking a cleansing breath, wash it away, big inhale, let it go. On the next inhale, peek forward, rise to the toes, walk the feet up towards the wrists, bringing big toes together and knees together, heels maybe a ½ inch apart or together, whatever's comfortable. Start to bend the knees, maybe touching the fingertips onto the mat, trying to keep this depth in the knees before raising the heart. Everyone's first or second favorite yoga pose, Utkatasana. And maybe taking a peek down, see if we can see all 10 toes. It's a great heat building pose. Even though we're starting to get warmer weather, we still have those chilly mornings. Feel free to use your chair pose wherever you need. Backing out if you need to. This is your practice. I'm just here to help with suggestions, help with modifications. Maybe sitting a little bit lower if that's within your practice. On the next exhale, open arm twist over towards the right. Making sure that the knees are still in alignment with the front of the room. Inhale, up through center. Open arm twist to the left. Inhale up. And fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back, making our way to our downward facing dog, however we would like to get there. On the next inhale, raising the right leg towards the sky, three-legged dog, placing a bend in the knee, Stack the hips and making some circles to loosen up the hip flexor. Coming back through our three-legged dog. Leg is on straight, toes pointing down. On the exhale, stepping the right foot up behind the right wrist or a little to the outside of the right hand. Pivot and plant the left foot. Shorten and widen the stance. Both feet are fully grounded. Inhale to circle the arms up, gazing up for our warrior one. On the exhale, clasping the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders together, and exhale, fold forward to the inside of the right knee, humble warrior. Releasing the mind, planting the hands, spinning onto the ball of the left foot, lengthening the stance, so we're in a long runner's lunge. Inhaling, right arm reaches up, dragonfly twist. Planting the right hand, right foot steps back to meet the left, and making our way to our down dog. Moving on to the left side, left leg raises on the inhale. Bend the knee, stack the hips, making some circles to loosen up the hip flexor. Coming back to our three-legged dog, legs on straight, stepping the left foot up behind the left wrist or to the outside of the left hand. Pivot and plant the right foot, shorten and widen the stance, get grounded here. Inhale, circle the arms up, gazing up for our warrior one. Virabhadrasana A. Clasping the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders together, knuckles moving towards the earth, folding forward to the inside of the left knee for humble warrior. Releasing the mind, plant the hands, spinning onto the ball of the right foot. Inhale, left arm raises, dragonfly twist. Maybe coming up onto the right fingertips so that we're not dumping all of our weight into the wrist. Left hand plants, left foot steps back to meet the right. Chaturanga or press straight back. Another cleansing breath. Big inhale. Open the mouth, side out. We'll start to flow through our sun B. On the inhale, peek forward, rise to the toes, walk the feet up towards the wrists. Big toes together, knees together, bend the knees, drop the seat. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. 3 rounds of breath. Open arm twist to the right. Inhale up through center. Open arm twist to the left. Inhale and center. And fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step back. Chaturanga or not. Right leg raises on the inhale. Exhale, step the foot up behind the right wrist. Pivot and plant the left foot. Shorten and widen. Inhale, reaching up. Warrior one. Clasp the hands behind the back. As you inhale, expanding open. And exhale to fold forward. Stay here for the inhale. Release the bind on the exhale, spinning onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale, right arm raises, dragonfly twist. Right hand plants, right foot steps back, chaturanga or not. Left leg raises on the inhale, stepping the foot up. Inhale up to our warrior one, super short and sweet. Clasp the hands behind the back. Fold forward, humble warrior. Stay here for the inhale. Release the bind, coming onto the toes of the right foot. Inhale to open up. Left hand plants, left foot steps back. Chaturanga or not. 3 rounds of breath in our down dog, and we have one final round of our sun bee. It starts at the top of our mat in chair pose whenever we're ready. Everyone's in a hurry to just get it over with. It's all good. I'm right there with you. This will be the last time you see chair pose, at least for me, but feel free to do it on your own. Open arm twist to the right. Inhale, center. Open arm twist to the left. Inhaling, center. Swan dive. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step back. Making our way to our down dog. We've got our right and left sides of our sun bee. Right leg raises, step it up, warrior one. Clasping the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders together, fold forward, humble warrior. Stay here for the inhale. Release the bind, fingertips come down, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale, dragonfly twist. And just because we can, how about some crow pose?
Sure.
All right, so we have the props available, so I would recommend 1 or 2 blocks, since these are the half blocks, just placing them at the top of the mat so we have a little bit of a bumper, and that takes that fear out of face planting.
Pretty off balance today.
That's okay. We all are. These are difficult and challenging times, so why not throw in a difficult and challenging pose to take our mind off of all of the bullshit that's going on outside of here. So, one way to get started, yoga squat. Stretch out the hips a little bit. Maybe rocking from side to side, maybe using the elbows to press the knees apart wider. This really isn't, you don't have to have your hips stretched out for crow pose, but we're down here anyway, so why not get a little bit more of a hip stretch? We could all use that. So when we're ready to start playing, we want to plant our hands shoulder distance apart. Palms will be firmly planted, fingers out wide, thumbs can be slightly in, and then the gaze is slightly forward instead of down. Place the knees to the outside of the elbows or onto the backs of the triceps, whatever we're comfortable with. And then maybe just lifting up one toe for 1 second.
I did it for a second.
Then it counts. Then you must need something more challenging. You're already ahead of the group.
No.
You want the elbows in or out?
So in pretty much every yoga pose where you're bending your arm, the eyes of your elbows will be facing forward. So like this. So think chaturanga arms. Very nice. Killed it. Remember to breathe. Sometimes when we're so focused on balancing poses or whenever we're trying something new, we have a tendency to hold our breath because we're focusing so much on not face planting or falling over. Remember to breathe. That we would like to try. Not today.
I don't know any other ones other than the side one.
Side crow. Well, then there's one-legged crow. I don't even know. So it's easier to start like this with one leg out behind you. So then get balanced here and then just lift up. And I'm not there today, so the goal is to lift up one leg and have the other knee on the back of the tricep. That's probably a little bit more of an advanced pose.
Yeah.
We want to do, well, bikini season is basically now, so we should probably do some core work. No? I'm thinking dangling earrings. So just sitting on top of our thighs like this. If you think your arms aren't long enough, that just means that you're not rounding your back in enough, but we can have one block on either side of us, underneath our hands. Broadening through the shoulders. Pressing the palms in, and then lift up. And count to 3, and it can be 1, 2, 3, and down. It doesn't need to be 1, 1,000, 2, it can be 1, 2, 3.
3.
All right, so that's 1. We've got 4 more. Count to 3 and down. Another variation of that, if you're able to get your legs legs crossed. Lotus style. This way you don't have to think about lifting your legs up because they're locked in, and it's just a matter of planting the hands.
I've done that in class a few
Way,
times.
this is way easier,
Yeah.
but you have to be able to lock your legs in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're just sitting like this is hard too. So lift up, but lift your heels up too. I am out of practice. Done with your 5, Dougie? We did like 20.
I did
20?
as much as we could.
Awesome, you got rock stars.
Alright.
Alright, so we'll get into our deeper stretches. So do we have a request for that? We're going to do hips. That's a given. I have an idea. We'll do our awesome shoulder opener.
Have deeper ones for a quad.
There are like pigeon variations where you can get the quad stretch in. Alright, so since we're all seated, let's just kind of windshield wiper the feet because we just shake everything off. Let go of any tension, pressure in the wrists. And then remove the flesh away from the sit bones. So we're grounding down, flex the feet. Inhale, reach up, extend. And fold forward. Inhale to half lift, extend, and fold in. Not worrying about hands touching our toes, letting the arms and hands just fall wherever they are. If we have really tight hamstrings or really tight low back, we can roll up a blanket and place that on our lap to fold over, and this will help release any compression in our back. That's just if you have a tight low back. But you do you. Just relaxing in. Nowhere else we need to be. Nothing else that needs our attention right now. And very slowly making our way back up to seated. Bring the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh. Turning the torso slightly so we're facing towards our right toes. Reaching the arms up. Folding forward over the right leg. Maybe envisioning the crown of the head towards the toes rather than nose to knee. the hands back towards the body. Extending the left leg, maybe windshield wipering the feet or the knees. And preparing to switch sides. Sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Reach up, stand up, and fold forward. Appreciating that each side of our body is going to be different. Slowly walking the hands back up, extending the legs, windshield wiper the feet or the knees. Crossing the ankles, coming forward to tabletop, and then lowering all the way down onto the belly. We'll start with a gentle back bend. So option one would be Sphinx pose, elbows directly under the shoulders. If this is causing any distress to the low back, place the hands closer to the rib cage for low cobra. And if this is still bothering you, you can stack forearm over forearm, rest your head down. This is still giving a little bit of a back bend to the low back. Lowering all the way down to the belly. Extending the right arm straight out to the right. Palm is right on the ground. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. Pressing the left hand into the mat and rolling over onto the right shoulder. Maybe bending the left knee and planting it behind you. So we're getting a really juicy shoulder stretch. Got it. And if we need to decrease the sensation of our shoulder, we can lower the hand closer to the body, and this will decrease the sensation. Feeling our shoulders loosen up. Rolling back onto our belly. We've got another short round of our back bend, Sphinx, seal, or crossing the forearms, whatever works for us today. If we find that our shoulders have started creeping up towards our ears, just mindfully pull them down the back. Lowering all the way down. Left arm out towards the left. Right palm under the right shoulder, rolling over onto the left shoulder blade. Rolling back onto the belly. Planting the hands underneath the shoulders, flipping ourselves over on our mat so that we're face up. Hug the knees in, maybe gently rocking side to side. Keeping the right knee hugged in, planting the sole of the left foot, crossing the right ankle over the left knee, reaching for the left thigh and pulling it towards you. For our reclining pigeon, we can use our right elbow to press the right knee away if we need a deeper stretch. Releasing the bind of the left leg, keeping the right ankle crossed over the left knee, bringing our arms out wide to T, and then lowering the right foot over towards the left, so we're twisting. Maybe gazing towards the right. Center, uncrossing the ankle and maybe hugging in. Planting the sole of the right foot, crossing the left ankle and reaching for our right thigh. Releasing the bind, planting the right foot, arms out to T, and letting the left foot fall over towards the right, twisting open, maybe gazing towards our left fingertips.
legs back through center, uncross, hug it in, maybe rock from side to side to massage the low back. Bringing the knees as wide as the shoulders, reaching for the outer edges of the feet for happy baby. Maybe gently rocking side to side, maybe extending one leg and then the other. Releasing the bind, hugging the knees in, maybe drawing the forehead towards the knees. And extending the heels to the corners of the mat. Arms out to our sides, palms face up, preparing for Shavasana. One last cleansing breath. Big inhale through the nose. And let it go. Taking a very well-deserved rest. And gently starting to return to the breath, starting to make some small movements, wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe circling wrists and ankles, or moving the head from side to side. And when we're ready, raising the arms overhead, heels come together, great big morning stretch, big inhale. And let it go. Hugging the knees in, wrapping the arms around the shins and rolling over onto our favorite side, fetal position, signifying a fresh start, a reboot. Sometimes it's all we need. In our own time, making our way up to a comfortable seat at the top of our mat. Drawing palms through heart center, Anjali Mudra, bowing our chins in gratitude. Thank you so much for showing up, sharing this space and your practice with me today. The light within me humbly bows to that same light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.